Hey everybody!
Hey whiners!
It's the Let's Whine About It podcast. It's your girl Jill's here.
And Jay-Neezy.
And we're back. I think this is episode 7.
Yes.
Sorry we missed a week, but it's been hectic. It's okay. That's what podcasting is about. We can do it whenever we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse my hoarse voice. I'm sure Jay-Neezy's voice is a little hoarse. We were singing today at church.
A little bit.
So if you don't hear if it don't sound like it's as exciting, it's because voice is gone. So let's go ahead and get into the housekeeping. If you haven't already, let's go ahead and follow our pages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're on all digital platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, every single one of them, iHeartRadio. Let's whine about it with the wine glass emoji. You have to put the wine glass emoji in there in order to hear us, Miss Jay-Neezy and Jills.
Mm-hmm.
We're on YouTube now. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, you all.
So we need you guys.
We need you all. Please share, subscribe, and comment and like per usual. We're trying to get to 100 views and 100 subscribers. That's our goal for this year, 100 subscribers. So if you can help us make that goal, we will love and appreciate you even more. Because we already do.
Right, we already do.
So get us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. You all asked and we delivered to give you the visuals on YouTube. Okay, so follow that YouTube page. Let's Whine About It podcast. That's Let's Whine About It podcast. Okay, our lovely faces will be there. And if you haven't, you can go listen to all of season 1, season 2, and then Season 3 is on there, of course, and we're in the midst of season 3 right now, so episode 7. Mm-hmm. So catch up, look at all of the videos, tell us what you think, drop your wine selections, all of that. You can do that and tell us what you think on our Facebook and Instagram page at Let's Whine About It Pod. That's P-O-D at the end of Let's Whine About It. So you can drop your selections, you can send us messages, you can interact there, engage with us there, whatever. We have our wine there, we have our Jay-Neezy said it, quotes, Jill speaks, quotes, and then just random pictures of us because we're cute. So, yeah. Or random pictures of us going out and drinking wine.
Of course, because that's what we do.
That's what we do. Literally, on a real life basis.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people know that. Like, we do that. Like, we just went out yesterday and she had some wine.
I sure did.
I mean, I didn't, but she did.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle because we like wine.
We do.
And like, I want to talk about how like I really wasn't a wine person until she introduced
She did. She looked at wine like, no, it makes me feel like this. It was this. No.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I'm more of a hard liquor type of. I'm straight no chaser.
Yep.
Hennessy straight. Crown apple and cranberry juice. Okay, I'm a sour type girl, margarita, Tito, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm more of a hard liquor type girl, but she introduced me into the wine, and do y'all see how that even formulated?
Right.
Is now I have a wine podcast with my best friend.
Ain't that something?
That's crazy. I just wanted to shout that out real quick because it's just crazy how that started. Because I used to despise wine.
Yeah.
I used to hate it so bad.
She did not like that. She
it
makes
me
feel sleepy. I don't like it. Like it just wasn't a cup of tea.
It wasn't, but I love it now, and I prefer to drink wine over anything else now, and I think I'm a little classy bougie.
Right.
I'm about to be
Make
30.
It feel different.
How y'all feeling out there, 90s babies?
91 over here.
Okay, because we about to be 30 this year. Both of us, so. Yeah, wine make you feel sexy and make you feel like you want to flirt. So, so I wanted to just bring that little fun fact out there that Jill's in the beginning, never liked wine. Now she loves wine. I was definitely more of a hard liquor beer type of girl. So, but that's neither here nor there. So, I think that's it for all the housekeeping. Yeah. Other than, we can't wait to start season 4 already.
Because we have so much in store.
We really do. Yeah, we really, really do. So just stay tuned. Thank you for sticking with us. Our faithful whiners, again, we love, appreciate, and adore you per usual. So let's go ahead and get into this. It's a special wine. It's not really, I don't think it's wine.
Honestly,
it's champagne, I think. It's like a wine champagne.
Yeah.
It's 2 brands.
Yeah, and champagne is considered a type of wine. It's just in the bubbly family.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at her.
And I did
Come
learn
on, wine
that.
education.
Because I thought so
Because I
too.
don't
Like,
know crap about it.
I'm like, is this in this like own category? But no, champagne is definitely considered a type of wine.
That's
it's in
dope.
the bubbly category. So
Oh.
good thing about it is there's two. It's
Yeah.
like two types merged into one.
Yep. Our
Jill found that.
Yeah, our favorite Stella Rosa. Everybody likes Stella Rosa.
Yes.
But you know, Stella Rosa, the regular brands, the regular flavors,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really have no kick of alcohol percentage. And that's where, you know, I had to stop drinking it. Because, you know, when you want to drink, you want to feel it a little bit.
The funny part about that, another wine fact, well, I've seen, I guess, I'll say it's scientific as far as numbers, okay? A lot of men prefer Stella Rosa.
Really?
I've seen a lot of numbers, and it was men that prefer Stella Rosa because men, they want to drink wine, but they don't like the dryness that a lot of wine is known to have.
Yeah, or bitterness.
Or the
stuff.
bitterness,
yeah.
They do not like that. So when Stella Rosa came out, a lot of men tried that. They say that's their favorite. You get 10 dudes in the room, 9 out of 10 is going to go with Stella.
Yep.
If not all.
Yeah.
So the good thing about it, the fact that we found Stella
and a champagne.
Prosecco.
It's Prosecco, okay? And we don't know nothing about it. It's a spark. Oh, that's what it says. It's a sparkling wine.
See? It's
extra dry.
Sparkling.
God,
well, Prosecco is it's different types of champagne because you do have some that's not as dry.
Yeah.
But some will definitely say extra dry. When it's extra dry, I can only imagine. But when it's Stella mixed,
yeah, it should be good.
That balance should be
I seen another
good.
one though too. It said I was gonna get it, but I was like, I always get this. But it was a Stella Rosa and a Pinot Grigio.
What?
Yes, ma'am. I was gonna buy it just for myself, but I was like, I'm gonna wait because I want to actually try it on the podcast. So
you know what I'm thinking? It just hit me. Stella, because a lot of people love Stella, but they also been complaints about the low percentage because it is very sweet. That's the purpose of the wine. Yeah. Low alcohol percentage, more sweetness. So
more sugar, more juice.
Yeah. So they probably got the hang of it like, let's start incorporating our brand with different types of wine, Pinot, Champagne, and up the percentage and see. So I bet that
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it. So yeah,
I bet it's good.
We're gonna get into the taste, and it's 11% alcohol percentage value, and I got it from my local liquor store, but I'm sure you can get it anywhere that Stella is located. So any of your grocers, Stella Rosa and Prosecco. So we're gonna try this. Let's toast.
Wow, Stella and Prosecco.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the dry. I don't think it's extra dry though.
No, it's not extra dry, but I taste that Prosecco.
I definitely taste the Prosecco, and I like it. But I'm not a champagne person.
It's not. No, it's not dry. I don't get
that. Not extra dry. It's dry, but not extra dry. How they said it.
Yeah, the aftertaste is like.
It's definitely a wine though.
Yeah.
I definitely can. I see the vibe of. I really thought it was gonna be more champagne-y because it does. You know, it is bubbly, but it definitely have the wine effects to it.
Yeah,
like a regular Pinot.
Right, I was gonna say
a regular.
I get the dry
Sauvignon Blanc.
Pinot is the dry. Yeah.
And Riesling and stuff like that. So it gives me the dryness of those white wines.
When they go down, I can definitely taste the dryness. Yeah. But sipping it, it's like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a good 7. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good happy medium. I'll agree. It's not bad at all.
It's not
but
bad
it's not. I won't say it's the best, but it's Prosecco. It's given what it would.
Yeah, I definitely would mix this with my brunch, like for mimosas. Sure. Yeah, so if y'all like mimosas, which majority of us do.
Okay.
This would be a good one to pair with like any of your juices or something.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get into our wine topic today. And so we're gonna pretty much talk about, workplace romances and how those formulate, what you think about it, you know, is it appropriate? Have you been in one? How did it go? Do you think it's your relationship lasts? You know what I'm saying? Do you actually do people actually find love at work?
That's a really good question. I mean, I can honestly go first because before I actually met my boyfriend, at my job currently, I did experience someone that approached me in a way to where it wasn't just, oh, you're new here, how you doing? It was more so, oh, hey, you know, how you doing? Let's talk.
Can I have your number? You found as hell.
Right. It was one of those. So I'm just like, oh, and the funny part about it, I've been seeing this person around and they're pretty known in their department based off their personality, how they are. We ended up being around the same age. And it was just like, okay, I was hesitant because it's work. I never thought I'd be the person that would find somebody at work.
Yeah.
So I've always been
and that's why I want to talk about it, because it's like, why is it a negative connotation or a negative stigma on finding love at work? Because, you know, it's, again, maybe, you know, some people say boundaries, of course, because you want to keep your work and your personal.
You do.
And I absolutely do understand that. But it's like, what's wrong with finding love at work? Or a good time at work?
I don't know. I think the time, with that particular person, I kind of seen something. I tried to, but after a while, I just seen how they were, I want to say extra, as far as everything was just so noticeable.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want people to just put two and two together. I want people to just not know, or we're just helping each other out. But because we did the same thing as far as work titles, it was nothing for us to really talk about, but to be interested in each other, you know. So it's not like he was meeting me for lunch or anything. We had two different schedules. We'd try to meet up for breaks and stuff, but it was like, before you know it, it would get too intimate to the point where it's like, I don't know, not this office setting, you know. And it's funny because I mean, that didn't work out because we just was on two different paths. Yeah. But I did end that because I was uncomfortable in my office setting. I mean, it's the office. Not a lot of people. Everybody got different schedules and stuff. But the fact that we got the same schedule, we'll always see each other. Yeah. It was just like, I don't know in that timing. But I did mention to my boyfriend that I told him, I said, if we didn't meet the way we met, and we both had desires to be a detective at one point in our lives. And I said, imagine if we were on the field. Exactly. And we was going, you know, we doing our detective work and we started to date or whatever. You know, we watch movies, how they meet up after work, have a drink and stuff like that. And I think
they base those movies and shows off real lives.
Yeah, they do. So, and I think
it's like, where do you think they get the concepts from?
They actually know. People do link up. A lot of detectives do date each other. A lot of police officers are married to each other. I think,
especially when your job is your life.
Right. In that aspect, I could see it working.
Like doctors, lawyers.
I could really see it working. A lot of doctors going to work together.
Owners,
they do.
Stuff like that.
The setting that I'm in, office setting, working at a desk, on the phones and stuff, I don't think I can date my coworker.
I don't know, like I've dated somebody that I've worked with when I was young, super young. I ain't gonna say super young, but younger. And it is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, and that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't. It's just uncomfortable because at the end of the day, it's like you bringing your personal into your work, or you bringing your work into your personal. Yeah. It's like never separating the two unless, you know. I'm not saying there's no way to separate the two, because it is, but that comes with both parties being mature enough to separate the two. But at that time, I was working at the post office, and, you know, like when you working at the post office in a warehouse, you know, things get around. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be known, right?
In that healthcare setting I had, it was just too close, too
absolutely. Because I've had another instance where, you know, I worked in like a same like call center setting type of vibe, and it's just like it was this dude that pretty much was popular or was like the personality or whatever, and everybody knew him, and you know, come to find out, I end up knowing him too, as far as like, oh, you know, we went to the same school, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then he knows like people that I know, like he knew my brothers and stuff like that. And then we ended up, kind of dating a little bit. I ain't gonna say dating, but kind of, seeing each other for a while. And come to find out, it was just like, after me and him started, dating or seeing each other, we didn't get intimate or anything, thank God. But come to find out after that, he was dating this girl, dating this girl on my team, dating this girl on my team, and tried to have sex with this girl on that team. And it got uncomfortable because it got to the point where like they would see him come to my desk all the time, and they would get, they would
He's
be
involved
mad
with other people.
Yeah, so it would be. I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, it's bad because it's like, first of all, I don't even know most of the women in the workplace, but when it came down to one of my like team, our specific team, and I found out it was this, and found out that it was one of my leads, and then it was like rumors said apart like, she's mad at you because you're dating somebody that she was talking to before, and it was like, who got time for that?
And and a lot of people come to work to escape the drama at home.
Absolutely.
So mind you, if we get personal and intimate, and we now have formed a relationship from work, when you see me, you're gonna think about last night. You're gonna think about this time I made you feel good, or you're gonna think about our conversation if we end up having an argument. It might affect in your work, and I don't want to be the reason for that either. Or you shouldn't be the reason that I'm not performing well at my job. So I think certain settings that's allowable. Like I know for a fact, healthcare, anything, like if it's hospital setting, I might barely see you.
Exactly.
I don't mind that at all.
Absolutely.
You may not even work on my floor. And
that's the thing, see, because I don't see anything negative about having a workplace romance. Like I said, it depends on the two individuals.
It do.
It really depends on how mature you are. Because I mean, you may be finding a nice fling there. Like you said, you brought up the point of how people be escaping whatever, their personal life. So I want to get into that too, because it's like people.
It's one thing to form a relationship, but how about when you're in one?
Okay. When you're in a relationship,
you're in one when you're at home, but then you leave home
and go and have a work husband or a work wife. That's a little sticky. And I'm trying to tell you, when I say every office job that I've had, not even every office job, every job that I've had, I've seen all of these married people act like they ain't married.
And that's so funny to me, because I want to be, and me and my boyfriend talk about this all the time. Like, when we say I do, we really gonna mean that, because we know at the end of the day, I plan on spending my life. That's a long time.
Absolutely.
We looked at each other, we was like, that's a long time. A long time for me. So that means it's a long time for you to get used to my ways. And the ways I currently have, new ways I may develop to try to get rid of the old ones, because I think there's something. So now you got to get used to that. Same for me. It's a lot of things. We're forever evolving. We should be evolving people, because you want to grow out of some old habits.
Absolutely.
So just imagine saying you're going to be with somebody, for a long time, and they look forward to seeing you at home, and you can't wait to go to work so you can see this person that you fantasizing over, because they just look so appealing to you physically. We don't know nothing about these people. Not
even that, though, because some people go to the extremes of fantasizing how a person may actually be. They get to fantasizing how if this person was my wife or husband.
Ooh.
It goes that deep sometimes.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where they actually be having affairs.
Yeah.
It turns into like something innocent, a little flirting here or there. I mean, we can't erase that. We're human. That's natural. We're human beings. We're gonna, flirt, whether it's purposefully or not. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny, because people don't have control.
That's it.
They don't have control. You gotta control your mind.
That's what it is.
To see things.
Not even your mind, but control your nature.
You're right.
Just control your nature as a person. Because I mean, like with men say like they're sexual or whatever. You know how a lot of men say like we're physical beings. Okay, cool, that's fine, and we're emotional. Just like we gotta control our emotions, y'all as men need to control your physical.
But men,
you know what I'm saying?
even if men don't control their physical, and there's them that struggle with that, women, we need to control our emotions, like really control our emotions.
Absolutely.
Because you're wrong for even going as far as you going with that dude.
Yep.
Seeing as though he has no control.
Yep.
You're willing to just get whatever type of love you can, and we need to stop that for real. Because you can be on the same end as that other woman once he make you yours.
Yep.
He's still not dealing with her. He's
just
not done.
Just like that saying, how you get him is how you lose him.
He's not going to be done with that person. So whether he make you yours on the side, he's still not going to be done with that girl, because all he doing is seeing her on your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if my girl was this? Yeah. So you're still gonna be a fantasy. Yeah. And that's just it's tough. That's why it's like a lot of people really use their job as an escape. They
do. And I mean, I understand why. Sometimes they going through hell at home, but it's like this is my question. Now that you say that, and now that I just said that, why are we choosing to go through hell at home?
Yeah, so we don't want to fix it at home. We choose to find something else to.
We're complacent.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it not fixable at home?
Probably not. But even if it's not fixable, then why choose to stay in something that's not fixable?
I was thinking that too.
So this pretty much comes down to our choices.
Yeah.
Probably.
So work-life romance is based on our choices, because we can work, we can have our own life, and we can very well be happy with the person that we said we were going to be happy with.
But we have to choose that every day, right?
We have to choose happiness.
We have to wake up and choose
our partner.
Okay.
I'm going to choose my man regardless. I don't care how fine he is.
Read me.
I want to choose him because I know when I leave work and I go home, it's more.
Read me.
At home. I go to work, that's temporary satisfaction. Yeah. All he doing is making me smile here and there, telling me stuff that I probably would never even see. And if I decide to go that route, I may be upset because he's talking all his game, and he may be
temptation is a mother.
2 humps in a swirl.
Temptation is a mother though. Like, and I think that's I think temptation comes to tempt your desires. What we ultimately want. From whatever, like, I don't know what I feel like I just been on this perception thing. I'm gonna have to get deep into that one day. Like, what we
that
perceive,
is another topic.
what we want, what we desire is like, we allow any and everything to kind of like dictate how we feel and how we get those things. Like, so I could desire this bottle of wine or this bottle of champagne, but knowing that it's not good for me, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, I could be around things that's tempting me. Like, I can go out and drink, or I can go out to a bar, and it's like, I know it's not good for me. I'm not supposed to do it because whatever, health reasons, let's say. But I'm around people that's like tempting me. Girl, it's okay. It's just a glass. You'll be okay. You know. So it's like, nah, we have to have control enough to make the right choice for our longevity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really think that, like, what we really desire, and some people, I ain't gonna say all, but some people, what they desire is not what they have.
No.
And it's like, okay, so if you don't have what you desire, what's wrong with letting go what you have and waiting and working towards what you desire? You know what I mean?
I think it could just very well too be like a insecurity cover up. Like, a lot of times we allow temptation to happen because we're too afraid to say we're not happy here and we don't want to hurt that person. We don't want to do this. So I'm going to allow this little temptation to happen because instead of me owning up to that insecurity, I'm going to just act like it was the liquor. I'm going to just say it was this that did it. I'm sorry. It's easy to say sorry and say, okay, I won't.
It's easy to blame something else than the actual thing that's plaguing you for real.
Right, which is you.
I'm
not happy here. I don't want to be here. I want to move around. I can't do this with you. You're not making me happy. I want to stay. I wish I could stay, but I can't. Because if I did stay, I'm going to still be unhappy. And we both can't sit here
and I don't think nothing is wrong with it.
I honestly don't think so.
I don't think nothing is wrong. I'm saying that because I feel like, we all struggle with that. I struggle with that. I think I'm struggling with that now, kind of like.
I used to always struggle with saying how I felt because I felt like every time it came from me, it was so much worse.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, what are we really ultimately afraid of?
Being lonely.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If I was to say everything, if an unhappy person in their marriage was to tell their husband everything, or vice versa, tell their wife everything that they're going through, mind you, I love you, I want this to work, I think we can work out, but you do this thing and you keep doing this thing, and I don't understand why you keep doing this, and it's making me unhappy, vice versa. Neither one wants to really be alone. Because at the end of the day, once everybody get their dirt out, that's gonna make that person feel like they're worthless. They're gonna make the person feel like everything I was doing was for nothing, because the whole time I thought I was doing something and you didn't like it. We don't want to hear bad things about ourselves from somebody we love. So the first thing we instantly think, all right, I'm gone. I didn't say go. I might just want you to just work on that. But we instantly think about walking away because we too afraid to attack it, because we know it's going to require a little bit more work. Or maybe you built your personality on that, so now that's just who you are. So you can't fix it because it's hard to get around. It's a lot of things. Well, as women, we're so willing to get to the bottom of things that's probably why we stay so long, because we know deep down inside, this is a good person. I know he's going to change. I know he got it. I'm just letting him do his thing. I know he's going to do it. I know it. Because they assure it sometimes.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it'd be like we'll take that type of energy, we'll take whatever negative energy that we have and try to turn it and go to work and
just good. I know he'd be good. It's a false reality.
And just have this whatever romance, or have this, because it's a piece of what I desire.
What I desire at work.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
This person is putting off a false reality or a facade to you that is the grass is greener on that side, and it's like,
and a lot of people fall for
the
physical.
The grass could be greener on your side
too,
if you chose the right thing for you at home. Even if you do have the right thing at home, and you're just going through something. I don't think because I know somebody who's married, and I'm not gonna say, of course I'm not gonna say names, but I know people that's married and actually go to work and flirt with other women. And I'm not talking about just the harmless, you look nice today type, whatever.
It's deep.
It be deep. It be to the point where, like, you will literally, spend money every day on lunch and this and that. And then get to the point where y'all hanging out outside of work. And it's just, it gets uncomfortable because it's like, okay, at the end of the day, now you're creating not only... All right, it was cute when it was like fun and flirtatious and all of that, and then you made me smile here and there, cool. You made me laugh, whatever. You funny, you're a cool person,
right? But
to the point now you're creating this whole vibe for that person that may be actually trying to find the escape. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it could get sticky depending on the people, because you could come from a situation where that person may not be happy at home, and they actually desire what you're putting off to them, and you can only just be putting it off to them because you're just nice, or you just whatever, and
I know
you're probably just that type of guy because you like that to your wife or to your woman or to your girl or to your dude or whatever the case may be, and you putting that off because that's just who you are,
right?
But you're married, she's married. Or you're married, she may not be married. And she may be desiring a man like that.
Right.
And that's how affairs form.
And I think that's not fair, too. I think married people should have more self-respect and more respect for their marriage. Because when you enter into a workplace, a lot of people, you may not be everybody's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So... But you just make it that one person that's going to try to push their way into your life or whatever. And you already told them plenty of times, oh, no, I'm good, I'm married and stuff. I think that should be known right then and there.
Absolutely.
And if that person keep going, there's precautions and steps you can take within the company to have that person, either removed from your department, or you can just express that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people love the attention.
Yeah, people love the attention.
They love the attention.
Because I think, this is what I also think. I think it's the fear of missing out. People feel like they missing out when they in committed relationships, or when they're in, marriages, or boyfriend and girlfriends, or whatever. I feel like, we fear of missing out, or like we said, the grass may be greener. We may think the grass is greener on that side because physicality or what personality they may bring out at work. But you don't know what they are at home. You don't know what they are outside
you
of what
don't
you
know.
Unless you actually hanging, I mean, depending on if you on your job 5, 10, 20 years, then you may know. Right. Or whatever, but at the same time, you still don't know intimately. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like what they putting off to you at work is maybe be a facade. Oh, I'm gonna come in with a smile on my face. Yeah. And, you know, I gotta, a lot of people fake it. Everybody fakes it at work.
Yeah. You would never know what's going on with me at home, because at work, I know work is work.
Okay.
And if I want to be to myself, you're going to feel that energy when I'm to myself. But then again, everybody at work has their own little personal space. So you shouldn't be that close to someone. However, if you are, if this not a good day for me, it's just not a good day. But I'm not going to just let the whole room just know. And now my whole morale is down. Or everybody's down. It should just definitely be a boundary you should have for yourself.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say that's where boundaries do need to come into play when it comes to being a coworker. Because I've even like heard things like people will say you gotta, a lot of people say you gotta stop labeling people as friends and stuff like that. Label people as who they are.
Who they are. You're an acquaintance.
Associate, a coworker,
employee, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cool, cousin, this, that, and that. Bro, we are not giving titles to people that don't deserve. I'm not about to, disclose extra personal stuff to coworkers. Now I understand, like I said, you're on your job 5, 10, 20 years, and y'all
a lot of people form bonds like that.
And you do.
They do.
And I'm not saying it's not impossible to form lifelong friendships. You gotta gauge that though.
But they still work. You can still form a bond
and keep a boundary,
but it still work. My mom, I will say this because I will use this. My mom, she had formed a relationship with one of her coworkers, and it was simply platonic, like friends, like and he's gay anyway. So so they formed a relationship or whatever. And I said that to say so nobody won't think, she had like a work-life romance type thing. Yeah. No, simply like a relationship, like where that's her friend. She can call on to this day. She can definitely call on him. But you know what? At the end of the day, work is work. Yeah. And her job was going through this different change in management. So he had to come to himself and go to her to try to lay her off. Mm-hmm. How hard is that as a friend? Yeah. How hard is that as a friend? So it's like, it's okay to build relationship. It's okay to form these bonds. It's okay to do that. But when it comes to work,
you gotta draw that line.
You gotta draw that line. So it's like they were so close to the point that when it came to him having to lay her off, she's very vocal about being laid off at a company she spent 22 years in. So she's very vocal about that. But it did her a lot of justice because she saved a lot of money on traveling. Mm-hmm. She saved a lot of money doing this, doing that. But the connection, the relationship they had, the way he had to do it, it was no feelings involved. Yeah. And she was like waiting for more of an explanation, like, come on, friend, smile, say something, talk to me. Yeah. And it was just a blank face, like, I'm sorry, but
have to let you go.
We gotta do this. And it's like, do the relationships continue? It was hard for her to keep talking to him, but after a while, she kind of had to realize, like, he do have a job. Mm-hmm. Like, you befriended somebody in HR, so they have to, do
their job.
They got to do their job. So it's like, how do people even continue to go that route? I've known plenty of people that married, worked together in a hospital, had drama. That drama got their wife fired. That drama got them fired. It's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth all of that? Now, some people may find a husband at work, but a lot of people also will say, okay, I'd rather relocate so we won't, or if it is possible. But if both parties is not mature enough to handle the relationship in a workplace, I say it's not even worth the drama. It's not even worth it.
It's not. Would I do a workplace romance? Am I opposed to it? I don't know.
It's like I will say I'm in a relationship now, but if I was single or whatever, I won't be opposed to it because I know me. I'm not so obvious. I know I could actually date somebody.
But you gotta gauge other people though.
But I still gotta interact. And
you gotta gauge the person that you're that may be wanting you.
I would have to hope that person. Yeah, but knowing me,
and I'd be on some like because you gotta be really mature to understand. Like, all right,
I would say this. In certain work settings, I probably would, but the way God works, who would have known? If I was in a relationship now, if I was a nurse, I would definitely go after a doctor. You won't see me go for no other nurse.
Okay, period.
Okay, so with that being said,
all these doctors making money, looking good, girl, hell yeah.
It's somebody, when they say somebody man in uniform, I mean that type of uniform. But
not only that, but where you're at. You know, you're a nurse, so you want somebody that's gonna be always somewhere there.
Yeah.
There or above you.
Like, I will play that role. I'm the nurse. I'm Dr. Jenkins, Jenkins or whatever. Doctor, yes, here's your file. Here's this, here's that. And then we probably go to lunch together. Then we do the, you know what I'm saying? I know how to keep it work, especially in those settings. So I should be busy enough to where I ain't think about it.
Some people really just don't know how to do that though.
And a lot of people, they overdo it. Yeah. I don't want to have to meet my man in the back of the building where we got to do something. That's, to me, no. Because it's like, the older we get, the more things we desire for ourselves as adults. Right. So I think that's another reason why a lot of work things don't work balance. Work relationships don't work either, because they too busy doing something they ain't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
In those buildings. Yeah. And we all been there, done that before, but I'm just saying now, that's how y'all get caught up. You cross the line.
Overdoing it.
You cross the line. Flirting, okay.
Because you think you so slick.
You so sneak, right.
You so slick. You got away with this one thing, and now you
gotta
have your cake and eat it too. It's like, we're creatures of just wanting. We want everything like right now, and it's like,
I see. I'm a woman and know I can have everything I want if I really put myself on the forefront for it. If I really just say, hey, I want this, I'm gonna get it. That's just a lot of energy unnecessary to even just try to ruin somebody's relationship. We all can ruin somebody's relationship. Do we really want to?
Some people do though.
The thing is,
people are bitter like that.
You mentioned something about the grass is greener. It's funny how some people would think their grass is not green, so they're going to go and try to get over in someone else's line.
Yeah,
but all they got to do is water their own. If you got a wife at home, take care of the kids, you an active dad, but you still like deadbeat because you don't really interact with them as long as the wife around.
Wow.
And you pay the bills.
That was very specific.
I have to be, because
that's deadbeat.
Actively, some dudes so deadbeat that they active deadbeats. They around, but they just around to make sure they still deadbeating. I don't know. It's weird. I see a lot of shit.
You heard it here, folks. Deadbeating.
Actively deadbeating. They around with their kids because they married to the girl. However, they don't interact. They don't really engage. They're not involved. They miss out, but they only know when they kept up on stuff because the mom, the wife, informs them.
Yeah.
So you're there.
True. Yep.
But you're not doing nothing for real.
Yeah.
But you can provide the money to get stuff done. But you think that's being there. That's the thing. So it's like all you gotta do is just water what you got going on. Take some time to the side. See what your girl is about doing. See what's on her mind. Have you checked on her emotional? We're
a generation of laziness.
We are.
And I mean on all spectrums, like
men, women, all of us.
All of us, yeah. Like we want what we want, but we don't want to do the work.
Right, you just want it all delivered right there.
Yeah, and I mean, some people may say, "Why can't I?" We've been through so much stuff, like, and I get that, and I can understand that, but I don't understand why you feel like you can be a negative, a bad person, and don't think you have to work on those traits, and then you wonder why no good things are happening for you. Maybe you need to check your demeanor, or check your countenance and see, like, okay, it's me, because again, we all about this energy and vibe thing, right? Like, so if you putting bad vibes into the atmosphere, you're not, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna always get good vibes back. I'm not saying bad people don't get good things, because we see that all the time. There's a lot of bad people out here that is doing good for themselves and this, that, and the third, and vice versa. There's a lot of good people that have a lot of bad stuff happening to them. Yeah. But it's like, we have to nurture, who we are in order to, consistently see good things happening. When I say consistent, it's not going to be back to back to back. When I say consistent, I mean it's going to be free flowing. So it's going to always be like, you're going to have some good stuff happening, and you're going to have some bad stuff happening. You're going to have some ups, you're going to have some downs. But it's like, it's people out here that really don't think that they should work for anything. They don't think they're wrong in anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the problem.
We lack self-awareness.
That's the issue there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The issue is like, we want, and I get it. We do want. And some things we should just have. But no, it wasn't built like that. Why it wasn't built like that? You gotta take that up with God. I don't know.
But nobody want to take it up nowhere because it's gonna force them to fix what's wrong. And that's the problem with a lot of people that actually kind of want to be helped, but then refuse to do the work behind it.
Yeah.
That falls into what you're saying. So then they go and create these false narratives, these false realities of stuff, and then they get to thinking, well, maybe I don't need this, maybe I do need to get this. So they go out and get it in places that you got no business getting it from.
Right, like the workplace. You want a relationship, but you going to your job,
a place that's tempting you every day.
Your job to that married man or that married woman that's not even that
and
wasn't
feeding into
that wasn't
BS.
made for you.
Was not made for you at all. You feeding into that BS. I'm pretty sure if you was meant to have this person, you would have met him before you started this job.
Yeah.
They would have came into your life at a really good time.
Yeah.
Now, it's a lot of people that get other people's significant others and they have the best time in their life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, some people really is trying to heal in an environment that they actually makes them sick.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep doing this, going to work, I know I'm gonna get it. This married dude keep talking to you. What conversation do y'all have? I always turn it back on the dude that's I know in a relationship with a wife and everything.
Especially when they're
how's your wife?
Especially when it's advancing. When if it's not platonic.
Yeah.
Then like,
what do you want with me?
What do you want with me?
I just see something. What you see in me that you don't see in her?
You know.
Why you gotta get on? No. Why do I gotta make you face the truth? Because you need to face the truth.
Yeah. Like, no.
How about everything you tell me, tell your wife? They don't like women like that. They want women that's gonna fall for the okie doke.
Yeah. And we're not talking about open relationships, y'all. We're talking about people that's actually in committed
relationships, right?
We're not talking about people that likes to do threesomes and stuff. So I can understand that's why they would go and be advancing.
Not those that's open,
so
right?
Y'all already know that. So don't go, what about the open marriages?
We talking about those that love monogamous relationships like us. I don't care for all that sharing.
I mean, this isn't just my opinion when it comes to, marriages. I mean, if you want to have other people in your situation, why are you married?
Yeah, but that's clearly a covenant.
And that's what I'm saying. That's personal. That's a personal,
But if you
choice.
really look into the definition of marriage and the, how deep the message is when it comes to marriage, everybody just now doing it because it's I think that's the next trend.
Bro, because I mean, for me, it's sentimental for real. It's not just a piece of paper as a lot of y'all would say.
Because if it was, then y'all would get divorced as fast as y'all got married. But nobody's willing to leave the bogus marriage. Y'all willing to stay in it to say you got somebody.
A lot of people.
That's funny.
Here's the counter to that. Janice, they gonna be on some, divorce costs money because it does. And divorce is and that'll be the argument people bring back at us in regards to that. But I mean, don't get into a marriage if you're not ready. If you know you're gonna, and here's the other counter to that. Who knows what the future holds? You're right. You're absolutely correct. However, when you go into a marriage, and it's for better and or for worse, that's what that means.
But if you knew that you wanted
for better or
3,
for
4,
worse,
5 partners
within your for better
for worse,
whatever that means, Right. Spiritually, you can only leave your marriage if someone cheats, if somebody commits adultery. That's really the only, because again, when you make a promise, a covenant before God, that's you're binded together forever. I mean, but again, that's if you're spiritual like that, you know what I'm saying. But if you don't really give a crap about spirituality, or whatever,
you're gonna do
it. Yeah, you're gonna do it the way.
You're just gonna sit there and be unhappy.
Yeah, absolutely, you're gonna do what you want to do and blah blah blah. And I think, we're gonna talk about this too in probably another episode. We're gonna have to really stress the importance of being spiritual. I think there's a lot of people out here that's just out here floating with no identity of a higher power.
They allow the universe to identify them as who they are. So that's why
I think there's a lot of atheists out here.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't believe in God.
Oh yeah.
Or a higher power or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to say God because I believe in God and God is who he is. You know what I'm saying? And we're
I
gonna
believe
talk
in
about
God,
that.
Jesus Christ. I believe
Absolutely.
in His Son.
Absolutely.
That is me.
Yep.
That's who
So,
we believe in.
but I
So,
think
yeah.
there's a lot of people out here floating around just thinking that things are just they're there with no explanation to it. And it's like, there is explanation to it. You're just refusing to receive that explanation because you are not in belief of something based on somebody else's belief or based on something else that had happened that was negatively affected you.
Now all of a sudden you question it.
Now you question religion, or now you question spirituality, now you question job and Jesus and God and all that. So we're gonna talk about that.
I got a message that aligns with that, so we're gonna come hard with that one, y'all.
Oh, I'm taking my time with that
one
because it's we have to believe in something other than what's physically here in order to survive this world,
and in order to survive your love life. Everybody it's somebody for everybody. I know it is. We all desire love. We all want to be loved correctly. We don't want to just take any old thing and be okay with it. So I want us to really stop doing it. And this is for me too. Okay. If I know that I'm not being treated right with something, I'm going to express that until I see change. Even with myself. I can't just say, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and I'm just, the way that I am. No, if I'm hurting my partner, I want him to let me know. And he would. But if it's no way out of there, then that is what.
It's still in there?
Yeah. Go ahead.
But if it's no way out of that, then best believe I will make the decision to walk away.
Yeah.
So regardless, and it hurts, and a lot of people can't. It is hard to walk away. Because I would sit there and just be like, I don't want to walk away. I actually do want you to stay. But if I do have to walk away, then damn, I am going to be. Because you put in time with somebody. You just think about it. Because their presence do matter. You get used to a person being there. Yeah. So when they not there no more, you just like, what the heck? But when it come down to it and we start putting ourselves first, I really do believe all that extra stuff as far as the desires, the temptations, all that stuff, we won't even have a desire for those stuff. We'll just be like, no, I know what I need.
Yeah.
Despite what I want, I know what I need.
We gotta start nurturing ourselves enough. And that's on both ends. Start nurturing ourselves enough to where all right, I have control over this. I got these desires, I have these urges, but I'm working on myself enough to know that whoever I am with, it's enough for me. They're enough. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're lacking, I trust that they're gonna get back on track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's in regards to that. You know what I mean? So in regards to the workplace romance, we're saying all that to say, work on yourself and your relationship if you are in those relationships and going to work and desiring that person at work. Work on yourself enough. Recognize what's not working in your situation. If it's fixable, fix it. If it's not, leave it. Make the changes to start leaving that situation. Because of course we're saying just leave like it's easy to do. Take the necessary steps to be able to leave. You know what I'm saying? I always say, or I've always heard, and I really live by this now. Address the red flag. Give it time to that red flag to be changed. And if it doesn't get changed, then it's time that you gotta make your decision to walk out that joint. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Especially as millennials. We too young to be, sticking around. And, you made a point where we we don't play no more. We don't play about our mental health no more. We don't play about if a job is stressing us out. We'll leave a job like that. So why can't we leave a relationship like that if it's not suiting us?
That goes to show the area that's within us that really needs to be worked on.
Yeah, that's weak. We need to strengthen in that area. So it's love life. It's wanting to be wanted.
Because we get a job anytime. Well, a lot of us get, got the gift of gag. We can talk our way into any corporation.
Right. Not even qualified.
Right, not even qualified.
I just lied on my resume, but I'm just going to talk my way through this.
That interview got us to where we at, but when it comes to our love life, we suffer
absolutely
so much.
Yeah, we do. So do what you gotta do so you don't have to be seeking attention elsewhere, especially in your workplace.
At work, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you creating unnecessary problems that could happen. Where to the point where you may slip up and sleep with that person, and now you the talk of the,
Now
of the
you
office.
regret everything.
You know what I'm saying? Now you the workplace hoe, male or female.
Want to be right.
So
and he ain't even gonna talk to you no more. He might actually he probably got transferred to a whole nother facility.
He probably
He
just
won't
does
get you
this because that's what he do. Yeah.
Yep.
That's not, you know. All right, y'all. So we're gonna end that.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Because I don't know if I got enough voice to talk anymore.
Hello.
And we gotta do a live after this.
Okay.
But if you haven't already, follow our podcast on all digital platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Breaker, every single one of them. Let's whine about it with the wine glass emoji. You have to put the wine glass in there to hear us. But if you want to see us, we are on YouTube. Get us to 100 subscribers, y'all. Please do that for us. Let's Whine About It podcast. That's Let's Whine About It podcast. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Tell us what you think of our episodes. Give us more topic suggestions and wine suggestions.
Drop those wine selections.
Please. Okay? And you can definitely interact with us on our Facebook and Instagram. Let's Whine About It.
Pod.
P-O-D. Okay? We really be active on there. And we really, a lot of people be sending us stuff and we be taking heed from that. So yeah, you can drop your wine selections. You can comment there too. You can share that too. Just tell somebody about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we appreciate our faithful whiners always, as usual. We adore, appreciate you, and we love you. So
thank you, whiners.
We're gonna get out of here. It's episode 8. We're out. It's Jills
and Jay Neezy.
All right, we go, y'all.